Alright, hey the guys, it's Metro. We are back. I apologize for the late start, but yeah, I had a lot of stuff to do. Unfortunately, I don't really have a lot of time to stream today either. Got some things that I need to get done today and tomorrow, so I had to make a video this morning, so I had plenty of time for that to go live tomorrow. But we will do some keys, hopefully to more success than yesterday, and we're just going to do the missions and then just get right to it. But yeah, if you didn't see yesterday, we had basically, it's a complete waste of time. We did get some keys done at least, so we're on our way to 10. But yeah, it was kind of pointless day. We didn't get any score, and we only really had 2 good keys out of the 5 that were even remotely good. So, hey, Bynum, what's up, buddy? And Mr. Bruceson, welcome. How you guys doing today? Okay, we quickly do missions. Music on. Quickly do missions, and then we will get started on keys. And hopefully, since we're starting late, there'll be more key availability than yesterday as well. Yesterday was very bad key availability for whatever reason. You would think it's a very good week, but I guess I'm not convinced quite yet. It should be. I don't see how it's not. Raging is a tough fix, I suppose, especially right now, but yeah, I don't think it's that tough. That's level 60 for that guy as well. Coming down the home stretch with the missions. That's kind of nuts, actually. Been a long ride, but we made it. We have so much soul cinder, whatever it's called. It's crazy. That is actually it. 4 experience missions. What else do we actually want? Not a lot of stuff, to be honest. I mean, I guess the AP is nice. I'm not even sure. 25 AP to send out for 13, so you barely even get a return on it. But I guess it's kind of cool just getting stuff. The rest of the stuff I don't even care about at this point. Way too much meat and stuff. The meat just doesn't sell. Like, if you get the wrong meats, it's like pointless. There's like no value. Tailoring's useless too. I could use herbalism. There's never an herbalism one. Alright. That's it then, I guess, yeah. Those crystals never sell either. Okay, so we are ready to go. It is time to do a few keys. Hopefully we'll get some nice ones. Oh, we have to switch everything. Hey Metro, grass-fed beef is the best stuff on earth, is it? Alright. Glad to hear it. Okay, let's see. Boom. Switch all of our gear again, which we actually didn't do yesterday. That's why we had all that weird stuff on. Never actually switched it. Animal hides Aegis and that trinket, and that's that, I think. Let's get moving. Should be good. Seems like everything. 0. That's not what we're looking for. How wild was that Volk Ortega fight, man? How does Volk escape both of those? That was actually an insanely good fight. Yes, 100%. Alright, so we're just signing up and just going. Unfortunately, looks like it's not going to be. People just don't do keys anymore. I don't know. But yeah, I couldn't believe that. Even he couldn't believe it, to be honest. His reaction was great. Yeah, he's like that. What's the name of it? I can't remember. Guillotine. That guillotine was tight. Like, fuck, I'm about to lose the belt tight. He's funny, man. He really is. I'll tell you, I don't really have too much interest in the guy as a fighter, but he's a personality. Any of these guys from like New Zealand and Australia, these guys are all wild motherfuckers, so. It must be a crazy place to live. Yo, is Elemental your favorite caster? No, I think Mage. I actually just got finished recording a video that will answer that question for you, but yeah, Mage. I think Mage is definitely Mage tier 1 number 1 right now in my book. And you know, the stats say Bombkin, but I don't see any success rate with Bombkin. Like they don't really seem like they're doing anything special in my eyes, so I'm not really sure where that success is coming from. I think it's must be from like the tip top where people are doing absolutely nuts like absolutely nuts things about, you know, balancing their, getting good use out of all their CDs or something. Because like that one that we had yesterday, I mean, that guy was the most qualified one we'd play with in a while, and he did what, 6K on the first boss of Plaguefall, and we wiped. It's like, wow. I mean, I don't know if this class is this hard to play, then it's just shit, right? I don't know. I was so certain it was over. Yeah, no, I thought it was over too. In fact, I don't even know how it wasn't over. I honestly, like, as soon as that happened, I was like, oh my god, did he let go of the choke because he thought it was over? Because he had him in that for like 6 or 7 seconds. It's like, dude, how is he still breathing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to believe that he didn't go out. Like, I don't really, I've never been in a choke before, but it seems hard to believe that, I don't know. I guess, you know, the human spirit is strong, but it's very interesting. It's a weird area. Yeah, that was a very interesting card. I don't know if you guys saw the interview last night with Dana White, though. My god. This dude is like my favorite influencer on the planet, let's put it that way. He should just be like, he should just make YouTube videos. He shouldn't even be a fucking, whatever he is, a promoter or the owner, I guess. I don't even know what he is. Doesn't even matter. Forget it. I don't want him to be that anymore. I want him to be a YouTuber. He would honestly be my favorite YouTuber. Veepsy, what's up? Welcome. How you doing? Alright, well, we are in a key, and yet again, it's probably going to take 30 minutes to fill. But we're just training out 10 at this point. I'm done the other side. This will be the 3rd time now. Surprised by that. I'm about to just vendor Dreamweaver or Death Blossom without wrong expansion. I'm about to just vendor Death Blossom, man. It is so abundant. It is kind of sad. I cannot believe how much time I spent herbing and how much non-zone herb I get. I mean, look at that. 4 nodes, 1 Nightshade, 3 Death Blossom, none of the actual zone herbs. It's the only reason I'm herbing is to get the zone herb. And I can't get it. You don't even get more of it. At least with blacksmithing, it's like you get more of it. Even though it's not very common, you get more of it. Very strange. I think Ortega just gassed out from applying so much pressure and Volk's surviving it. But yeah, how does he not go to sleep there? It's just hard to believe that, like, the human body is not, you know, he's not choked out there, like, no matter who he is. Because it doesn't even, like, even he sounds like he admits the fact that he was in serious trouble. Like, he was not able to breathe. Like, you know, I think a lot of times when you see a choke like that, the fighter is going to be like, oh, it wasn't tight. No, it just looked, you know, it just looked like that, but he wasn't really close. But it's like, even he was like, oh, I was fucked. I was gurgling or whatever he said. I was like, what the fuck? How did that not happen? Anyway, hey, Timothy, what's up, buddy? Was cooler when we had gathering ranks with Sotri and Quest last expansion and better herb distribution. I don't think herbing was better last expansion. It's just you were able to get way more out of a single what's even going on in this zone. You were able to get a lot more out of a single herb last expansion because of the procs. I don't know why the fuck they got rid of procs, but it seems like a lot of people asked for something they didn't actually want, and now they get it, and now new people don't. I mean, it's just, I don't know. You could have predicted this so clearly to me. Okay, I'm giving this guy until 12:20. If he is not invited a 4th player, we're leaving. It's just a complete, I cannot believe how often this happens. Timothy, thanks for doing that, though. Upgrading your membership, very nice. I remember Riverbud was always around rivers, mostly on walls. Oh, yeah, that's true. I did forget about that, actually. Okay, we got 2 warlocks. No, I remember that now. I was thinking of Legion, I think. I don't know what I was thinking of. It was definitely... Okay, see you later. It was definitely easier to know what you were getting, though. I agree. I just don't... Like, I don't really... The herbing situation in BFA wasn't remarkable in my eyes. It was just the fact that And like really, it didn't last very long either. Xanthid was all that mattered by the end, so it was just like you get the herb and you can turn it into dozens of potions if you get lucky. Hated that moss crap in BFA. Yeah, see, that was my memory. It was like I always had way too much star moss. I remember in the guild bank, we'd have like 7 rows of star moss and nothing of the other stuff, which was funny. But yeah, no, I remember how it was now. The snow herb was only in the snow areas. Yeah, I remember that. I don't mind this. Like, this is fine. Like, when it's a zone-based herb. But it's, like, just not available. Like, I don't want Death Blossom, man. They should just do it like mining. I don't understand why they didn't do it like mining. Mining, you can get the other stuff from the thing you want. Like, that's how it should be. But I guess it's not really that way either, because there is Lacerite nodes as well. I think like Nightshade should be its own, not its own herb though. I think it should just come from other herbs. The zone is just too pretty though, I'll tell you what. I love this zone, man. I wish there was more world content that I was interested in the game because, God, it's just fucking gorgeous. I should really do a actual character in Ardenweald. Oh. Screw ranks and procs. Now I don't have to do it, yeah. Fair enough. So what is this message again? I still don't know what this is. I've seen it. A few people have done it, but this must be a new feature. What did you press to do that? Like how lithium can appear in other ore veins. Yeah, that's definitely how Nightshade should be, 100%. They should probably have the frequency of Death Blossom and make Nightshade not its own herb. And then I'd be satisfied. It'd be just like mining. I actually love mining, right? This is probably like my favorite mining is Benson's Classic. It gave me a free message for 18 months. Oh, damn, that's awesome. Well, Jix, thanks a lot for 18 months. I really appreciate that. And everything you've done for the guild and everything else. Okay, we are at 12:20. We have 4 players. We'll give them another 5 minutes to get a healer. But probably going to want to relist the key if you don't like these guys.
Metro, what do you think is the best healer for Mythic Plus? Blood Death Knight.
Death Knight. Yeah, Aliador, thanks for renewing, I suppose. Thanks a lot. I finally beat Lance last night after a raid. How about that chain break, though? I should be paying you for that. Yeah, just don't. Just let me know where to send the money. That was... I didn't stream the raid last night, guys. And I really regret it because it was maybe the most interesting raid we've had in years. We not only went from like... I didn't even think we were going to be able to raid because we had no healers. All of a sudden, 2 people come forward at like 5 o'clock on Tuesday about being a healer. One of them is there and joins the guild immediately.
And who are you about that chain break, THO?
It was nuts, honestly. I wish I had a clip of that. So anyway, yeah, we solved our problems with both roster and healing, like all within an hour of raid starting. You know, Osh ended up being there anyway for half the raid. Like, a bunch of things that I didn't expect were going to happen happened. And then, not only on top of that did all that occur, but then we had, like, our best actual play of the in a long time. We killed both bosses that we had only killed once in one pull. And to top it all off, the last pull... the only pull of Painsmith, we had 3 players set up to do chains, and one of them took the wrong chain in the order, and it killed the other person. Like, it made them mess up severely, and they died. So there was no possible way that that person was then going to do the chain. And I don't even think he tried. He just kept dying over it. He fucking even know what was going on there. But anyway, so Jix runs over and grabs it without, you know, any, like... It wasn't asked of him. Nobody expected him to do it. realistically, it could have been anyone because we weren't even going to get a 6 chain, but he took it upon himself to do it. And not only did he do it, but he did it with like a split second to spare. Like the weak ore shows exactly when you're about to fail, and it was in the 0.1 place decimal. You know, like the 1 decimal place. I think it was like 0.3 or 4 on that number, and it's usually it starts at 3 digits, like 10, 9, 8, and then it goes to 1, and then it goes to 0.98, and then went all the way down. And I'm like, I'm staring at this thing. I'm like, oh, we're wiping in. Here we go. And then just out of the corner of my screen, I see this soul shape or a Ventir shit blink or whatever it is. And he just travels like just enough distance to break it. And I was like, oh my God, what a fucking big play that was. And not only was it a big play, like completely on his own, he did it completely on his own, but it was like absolutely a wipe otherwise. So it's like, holy shit. When you're making plays like that, you're going to have a good night regardless. And that was kind of the theme of the night. Like, we had a bunch of plays like that throughout the night. A bunch of times when it was like, fuck, man, this isn't going well. But, you know, good snap decisions. And that's how you get the win. That's how you get the W. On top of that, the Yankees won. Blue Jays, you know, they looked pretty good last night, but the Yankees won. And the Red Sox lost to the fucking Orioles. So get the fuck out, man. I don't even want to hear any shit about the Red Sox. I cannot believe that. I'm sure they're still going to get some wins in here, and it's going to be a tight division or a tight wild card race, but that's pretty wild. Anyway, how did raid go last night? Well, we literally just talked about it for 15 minutes, so why don't you just rewind? Hey, Metro, how's the week for pushing, and what's some tips for dealing with enrage? Dispel it, yeah. You can just dispel it. No tips other than that. Maybe try to save CDs, but doesn't really work out that way as Blood DK. But yeah, it should be a great week, but I don't know. I'm not sure if it's players or keys or what, but like I'm having 3 major issues right now. One, there's no keys. Like I don't know what's going on here, but there's never keys anymore. Like I look for keys and there's like 2. Now, I think it was Void who said it yesterday that there are keys. There's just a lot of tanks in the keys, which actually I can understand because that's like a good problem, but I don't see the key if it has a tank in it, so.
I haven't been stroked like that for $2 since Be More.
Wait, since Be More, what's that? Anyway, good, thanks. Yeah, either way. You made a huge play. Yeah, anyway, there's just no keys. I don't know what's going on. That's 1. 2 is like the keys that exist take, I mean, again, 10 minutes already in this key. It's like, just fill the group, dude. Let's get going. It's a fucking 20. We're gonna, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand what the purpose of waiting this long for people is. And I have this a lot with specific keys because people are constantly waiting for covenants that just don't exist. Like, nobody's playing Necrolord, so. Yeah. Okay, so we got a bloodlust. And then the third problem is just a lack of like actual skill. So we spend like 20 minutes looking for a key and then it disbands within 10 minutes, or it's a complete waste of time where it takes like an hour and we never had any chance of upgrading it. And I'm basically only doing this key just to fill time on stream because I don't need it. I have no hope of progression from it. I don't even need gear from it realistically. So I'm just hoping that it's either an interesting key that it's fun to watch, or it could somehow turn into a key that I do need. But I don't know. Seems like keys are going the wrong direction here, so we're gonna have to find some new content. New world launch taking from the player pool, maybe? I don't know anything about that game. Baltimore, 50 character limit on Super Chat. Oh, 50 characters, wow. Funny. I get your point. Last week was best 4 weeks since season 2 started, and it just felt like no one was playing above 18 and 19 on Alliance. I can't even imagine how bad it is on Alliance. We got a ton of score last week. It was weird though because we had one day that was just complete wash, like again, no keys, no success whatsoever. But then Wednesday and Saturday were like insanely good. And I'm kind of hoping that happens this week, but as of right now, it's going to be a short stream anyway, and we already are doing a key that's a complete waste of time, so. Hopefully it's fun at least. Hopefully we'll have some fun. I do like doing the other side, and I feel like it's the dungeon I need the most practice on, so it's whatever, but. Whoa, fuck, goddamn. Fast Food Express. Long time no see. How the hell you been? What have you been up to? I just searched 22 in your tab, 12 keys. Yeah, that makes sense at least. Good. At least it's not just no keys.
Good afternoon.
Saw him. 20 bucks. Glad to see you. What have you been up to? That's good, at least facts. I'm glad to hear that it's not just no keys. Obviously, I don't see the keys with tanks in them, so it's hard to know. I don't know what add-on's doing that because other people say they don't have that. I think it might be Angry Keystones because I feel like it's one of the only add-ons I use that used to have a lot of value, but people don't use it much. How about that 28 Plague Fall that was completed a couple days ago? What about it? I don't know anything about it. What happened? Oh shit, I don't have the recording stuff up. Start recording, good. It's an option in the class Rio Weak Aura. Oh, is that what it is? Surprising. Maybe. Good thing about 20s is we get to have some fun, do some easy keys. I think it was a 29, right? Oh, the 29. I saw that on Wowhead, yeah. So that was good damage. 40k on that obviously was extremely good. Let's see what he does this pack.
So you can be sending them to the mall? No. Then it's my people, Mazala. No way I go expel it with haste. You always be soft one Sunday.
Now would be a good time to lust. Or not.
Mazala got me at a disadvantage. But beware the mojo from a few of me business partner. Then together we could turn the tables on it. I be keeping this one low distracted. Go on now. Follow the path. And don't you be taking no for an answer.
Good link there. Out of nowhere. Must be raging. Well, at least we know we can do the pack without Bloodlust. Feels like every time I do this pack, I'm crazy self-healing. Yeah, this is definitely like the... Because it's all magic, right? So you don't reduce any of it. This is definitely the highest damage pack in the... Probably maybe even the whole game, honestly. You might see higher and maybe in like a Necrotic Wake Pull or two, but... This is definitely the most damage you're going to take. Yeah, it's all magic. Wow, that was way early. Jesus, barely even finished the cast of the masks. I don't like the purple thing that hits you and I go flying off the edge. I know. Easy enough to dodge, but yeah, it's a little difficult to see, I feel like. Especially if you're doing that pull with the Fire Lieutenant. A lot of visuals going on that pack, so it can be difficult. Really behind on this pack. It's definitely a tough pull to not have Rune weapon up 4. I have no idea how I'm surviving this with no bone shield stacks. Or any runes. Like, what is going on? The frontal cone seems like its visual is delayed sometimes. Oh, really? Yeah, I always just Death's Advance, I suppose.
You know, it don't just be trolls who be coming to ask for old one somebody's help. All kinds be making deals with the lower adept. Like
Hey,
these two
Greg, what's up, buddy? How's it
crazy
going, man?
little gnomes here.
Glad to see you. How you
They
doing?
were hungry for power. So we were more than happy to oblige.
Servant of the jailer.
Okay.
But now, maybe leaving that mojo back.
Well, that's gonna be a wipe.
The Grand Magistrate.
Looks like someone didn't line of sight. Yeah. Funny mistake. I haven't seen that in a while. How are you doing 15k healing? Well, a lot of things are contributing to it. It's not very high, to be fair. I've seen like upwards of 30k. You should go watch the theater or the necrotic wake guide I made a while ago. I have there's a point in that dungeon where I heal myself for over 100k with a single death strike. Nice finish with Covenant Switch. I'm going to test it now. Sweet. Good luck with this. Where are the other deaths even out? I guess it's just one full wipe, yeah. And then one other death somewhere. What the hell, man? That's just blood you get. It's not me, it's just the class. I'm not doing anything special. I mean, I highly doubt anything is Night Fae related, so. Not sure what else it would be. The only thing I could think of is that I might have more mastery than a lot of people, because I have gotten a lot of gear with mastery on it. So I'm thinking that it's possible that the high HPS numbers are because I'm getting very big blood shields. Like, look at that. Blood shield was actually almost as much healing as Death Strike there. So, how's this week for blood? Yeah, it should be a great week, honestly. Should be a very good week. I don't see how this is not one of the best weeks in the whole gambit. But for some reason, probably about this in the video that's coming out tomorrow. But for some reason, the statistics say otherwise. I'm not really sure how, but. Is your Jathus fully upgraded? Yep. Or not fully. It's like 4 out of 5, whatever. It still has some stats on it, so I think that means it's 4 out of 5. I'm not really sure. I wanted to get a second one to try out 5 out of 5, but I got the Slayer of the Lifeless, the new Slayer of the Lifeless looking sword. God, is that fucking gorgeous last night. I think I put it in my bank, didn't I? Oh, careful there. Too busy looking at nothing. Streaky, great name. Yeah. You're right, Strummy. Is that sword from Raid? Correct. Yeah, Jathus. From Kel'Thuzad. Boomy's bad now? I don't see a lot of success with them. I'm not sure why you're asking that, but they don't feel as good as everyone makes them sound. But they are fine. I mean, it's not like they're bad. It's just I don't think they're resounding first overall like a lot of places consider them.
Now, claim its power as your own.
He was doing 3K for a long time. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's just so frequently. They're like so feast or famine. And it was already the case in season 1, but it seems like it's even worse in season 2. And it's just, that's just not useful. Like, I don't know. Not in Pugging anyway. I understand why it might be good in some situations, but it's just not something I want to see. I don't think it's as bad as Fire Mage, so luckily. Either you get constant mediocre damage, Knife Boomies, or Burst Ventier. See, I don't think Knife is bad. I would rather see Knife. Because I feel like a lot of Ventier stuff is like, the CD is so important to me that I can't possibly misuse it, so I'm just going to sit on it. Whereas like the Knife CD is shorter, you can move during it, like it's so much easier to use, you know? Plus it has that like Titan Forge potential. Like if you get that moon to fall during that shit, it does a lot of damage. So even if you don't even use like other CDs during it, like I think it's a very good single. Like I would use that on every, if I was playing Druid, I don't know a single thing about it, so don't listen to me, but if I was playing Druid, I would use it as often as possible. I would never save a CD like that. Because it has a big play potential. There. Wait until things get in a better position here. We really need to get that pack down there, but I guess it's just not gonna happen. Knife is more fun as Bombkin, yeah. I would definitely be Knife. It's 2 minute CD, right? Yep, 2 minute CDs.
One of the more ruthless Marsworn draws close. Be ready.
Oh, we did this yesterday. Not a great idea, honestly, but the 20, so whatever. Frankly, I have probably a better group than we did for the 21 yesterday. Just need to not lose a bunch of fucking stacks of shit. The problem was I just couldn't keep up with Bone Shield. Fruit's actually getting like slaughtered though. PK is like good damage, man. I don't know why you don't see more of them. I feel like we are cruising through this though. And Rune Weapon's gonna be up. Perfect. What is your all-time favorite playable race combo in the game? I don't think I could name just one, man. There's so many fucking good ones. Orc Death Knight is probably the answer though. It's just I'm like, I don't know, like I do this with music too, where it's like I listen to the same song over and over again and I just start to like it a little bit less. Or I start to appreciate it less, I guess is the way to put it. Like I don't like Orc Death Knight less. It's just I'm so used to it by now that it doesn't seem like anything crazy. But I'm going to list some that aren't Orc Death Knight because I assume that that is number one overall, okay? Orc Warlock, extremely, I love it. I love it. Undead Warlock, also very interesting, but Orc Warlock, very interesting. Undead Rogue, probably, that could easily be tier 1 number 1, but very interesting. Love the look of it, love their animations, love the way they swing their weapons. Night Elf Hunter, female especially. Female Night Elf Hunter. Looks excellent. I love the bowstring animation. And I love, you know, the theory behind, like, the concept behind it. Lagging or something? Probably Dwarf or Human Paladin. The original Paladin races are always the most interesting to me. I guess Human Paladin. If I could make a human look like Uther, it would be Human Paladin for sure. Dwarf Hunter is also really interesting. pretty dangerous. Orc Warlock, Gul'dan, yeah, exactly. I don't know, Orc's always gonna be great, you know. Orc Warrior, Ukrush, Orc Warrior. 2v2 with Deep Thunder. How more easy mode can you go? But yeah, that's definitely like Human Paladin is like, if it's like a pure lore perspective, I think Human Paladin is my favorite one. But in terms of like in-game shit, it's not really. I mean, I don't play Alliance, but I think like the one that's most distinct is Orc or Undead Rogue. Undead Rogue just feels like that's so perfect. I wish Vulpera, like I guess maybe like Vulpera Hunter. Like, is there one that you feel like what goes perfectly with Vulpera? Because I feel like Vulpera has like the perfect potential for that too. Like where Undead is clearly like a Rogue and a Warlock. These things make the most sense as an Undead, right? Like an Undead Priest just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't look the part in my eyes. Undead Mage doesn't look the part in my eyes. Undead Rogue looks awesome. Like an Undead Necromancer, if there was a way. I guess like an Undead Unholy DK maybe. Did you like the Warcraft movie? I've not actually seen it. I wanted to never see it because I never wanted to feel like it was bad and make the franchise feel less interesting to me. But I accidentally kind of got roped into watching it at work one day when I was still working. And I didn't see all of it, but it seemed like it was okay, yeah. Rogue Vulpera? Yeah, I think Vulpera Rogue is pretty good. I feel like Vulpera Hunter is better, but I think Vulpera Rogue's good. I was thinking about doing, for a leveling challenge, Vulpera Survival Hunter, bow only. Ranged Survival Hunter. I was thinking about doing that. But, got my plate full with leveling challenges as it is, so. It's a good movie. Mechanome Warrior is god tier, is it? Why? What do you like about that? I don't really. I think Mechanome and Gnome are definitely my least favorite two races in the whole game. Goblin's close, but there's some cool things about Goblin at least. I kind of like the original Goblin situation, how they were all kind of like pirates. So I can see myself playing like a pirate transmog as a Goblin. Leveling a Human Paladin Classic was really fun. Something about it being slow and kind of realistic class. But yeah, it's like feels more like an actual WoW class to me, like a Paladin. You know, it feels like exactly. It's like it was such a big thing in Warcraft 3. I feel like Paladin and Mage are like the quintessential WoW classes. Everything else kind of feels a little shoehorned. They had huge precedent from Warcraft 3, the Archmage and the Paladin. Warrior's kind of cool, but Mountain King was like, you know, that was a warrior back then. And I guess Shaman. Shaman's another one. Anyway, get an engineer class, then Gnome. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, if there was an actual class that fit Goblin and Gnome, it would make a lot more sense. I play Mecha Gnome Blood DK. Racials are really good. Oh yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of good racials. We're just talking about like fun stuff. Like you can't always just be spamming. I think you would really like no spec characters. That's like my favorite thing about leveling them. Level a character without a specialization. It legitimately feels like playing Classic in Shadowlands, and that is exactly what I want in my life. The best parts of Classic with the best parts of the live game. It's perfect. If only it was more interesting to people, because I would love to actually play no-spec characters at max level. But I know, most people don't care. Level 60 Rune Strike, yeah, that DK is actually one of the more interesting classes. Tinkerer class would be awesome. Make it Gnome and Goblin only. Yeah, I hope that they won't add any more classes, but yeah, I guess, I don't know. I'm just not really sure, like, how it differs from an engineer. Like, I don't really, it just sounds like it'd be taking a lot of engineering stuff.
Beware.
But I guess Demon Hunter took some Warlock stuff, so that's not unheard of. I just hope they don't make any more classes, to be honest. A lot of classes are very lore heavy. Tons of old lore characters represent all the classes. Yeah, I just mean like the quintessential stuff, you know, like, I don't know. Like there's some things like that were just like Night Elf Druid, you know what I mean? Like that's all there was in Warcraft 3. There was no Tauren Druids. There was no dwarf paladins. There was only human paladins. There was no warriors at all, really. I mean, I guess a Blade Master was a warrior, right? I don't know. I liked it better when it was like more specialized, I suppose. If that's a Warcraft 3 thing, obviously it doesn't make sense for WoW. No troll druids, well that's for sure. That wasn't even a thing until Cataclysm. Then we got Zenkiki. Grommash sure was a warrior. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, not like a warrior that we have, but yeah, a lot of that was what ultimately became the inspiration for a lot of class spells. Let me know when warrior gets a stealth. Fuck. Hopefully that's good enough. Yeah. In Warcraft 3 specifically, I guess, but across all the games they are prevalent. Yeah, I'm talking about like, because that's where the game started, right? Warcraft 3. Broxigar was a warrior. Oh yeah. I'm just talking about the gameplay from Warcraft 3. I don't know anything about the actual lore. From RTS to RPG, yeah, obviously a lot different. Hey, the Lod, what's up, buddy? How's it going? Guess instead of new classes, they could add new specs that fit lore. I wouldn't mind, like, I don't know. I think they should just stop entirely with class and spec stuff. Just keep making the stuff we have better. But I don't know. They did a really good job. I was saying that all last expansion, but I think they did it. I think Shadowlands is it. Like, they did a very good job with classes in Shadowlands. It's such a step up from BFA. Resto Shaman pumping. Oh, that's good. Didn't notice. It makes sense. I feel like we're flying through some of these packs. Or present day classes like Draenei Paperboy and Tauren Bricklayer. Oh yeah. Make a race or a warrior racial spell as being unable to leave the incense. That would be a powerful one. Unemployed Tauren. I guess I just don't agree that it's all based off Warcraft 3. You're just misunderstanding what we're talking about. No big deal, don't worry about it. We're just talking about class and race paradigm, which most people are talking about with WoW, but in my head I was thinking about Warcraft 3 when I started the conversation. Nothing to do with lore or books or anything like that. What does this mean? Lemons? What the fuck? Oh, does he mean hellstones? What the fuck? It's funny. I've never heard anyone call them lemon. Is that because he's from Ragnaros?
That dusty old Loa has sent debt collectors already?
Is that what Ragnaros players call them?
Long enough to create my
They're not even yellow. It's just green. That'd be limes.
I'll teach you to mess with genius.
Is that like the Ragnaros thing? Lemons? Like- I've heard a few call them lemons. I think it may be a translation thing. Yeah. I don't know what. I don't know. I've never heard anybody call it lemons before. Maybe he has scurvy. Oh, that's possible. Very dangerous. Gotcha, just trying to join the combo. Hack it, no problem. I don't know anything about lore, so you're just, you're probably a lot more knowledgeable about it than I am. I was just saying, like, in terms of, like, the visual acuity that classes present to me, like, the thing about Paladin is, like, Uther is, like, one of my favorite characters ever, and, Warcraft 3 Paladins were, like, so noticeable. Like, you saw them, they looked a certain way. They all had very unique, like, all the different Paladins in Warcraft 3, they all had very different, like, they had a very unique look to them. And, like, the Paladin Order and what became of it, it's all very interesting to me, but it's not really very well represented in WoW because of them having to, like, kind of homogenize the Paladin class for every race. So I don't mind Dwarf Paladin, but then they start adding other, like, obviously maybe Blood Elf does make sense, but then they start adding Tauren and Andalari. It's like, these are not Paladins. This is a bastardization of what Paladin is meant to be. And that's the whole, like, I always talk about this, like, people are always like, oh, this, you can't have a human druid, it doesn't make sense. It's like, dude, then why do we have a Tauren Paladin? Like, do you know anything about the start of Paladins? Like, there's no possible way that there could be a Tauren Paladin. It doesn't even make sense. The Paladin Order was founded by priests of the Alliance. Like, that's it. There's no horde present, period, ever. So, well, how did that happen? It's because somebody taught them how to be Paladins. So teach these fucking humans how to be druids. It's not that difficult. Tauren and Xando were stupid pally choices. They're choosing gameplay, you know? They're making decisions based on gameplay and not lore. And that's the right decision. That's what they should be doing in 2021. This game being 17 years old soon. That's exactly what they should be doing. So, like, they're making the right decision. They just need to not... You can't be half a gangster. You know what I mean? Like, just go all the way. Just don't stop. Like, that's the right decision to make. Just make it. And be satisfied with making it. Hey, Metro, looks like Dungeon's going well. Yeah, this one is. It's only a 20, though, so... Not great in my opinion, but at least it's going to be an upgrade. We're actually doing pretty well in this dungeon, even though we had a very bizarre wipe. Yeah, they're able to put stuff like that in game based off old callbacks and retcons, right? I'm a gangster for life, dog. Gotcha. It's a quote. Quote from Boardwalk Empire, which I just rewatched. You can't be half a gangster, Nucky. Jimmy, you were wrong. That's a great show, by the way. Don't know how many people have watched it, but it's really good.
All them sacrifices, all that blood, how they were gonna...
Yeah, the other, what, it's markers, or what, I think there's an S, or is it just marker? DOS marker, or is it DOS markers? Can't remember. I love Steve Buscemi. Yeah, he's a skilled actor. Skilled actor, through and through.
And one time they always be willing to make a deal. What you give me that look for? Sure, how be a lower blood, but a deal's a deal, man.
I was just marveling over his age, because he does not, he's looked like he's in his 50s since he was in his 20s. And apparently he has some problems with his, like, eyes or something. He's got wrinkles around his eyes. I don't know if it's some kind of, I don't know why, but even when he was young, he looked old. Like, I thought he was old in Reservoir Dogs. You know, that was in the 90s. No, it's not the other side. It's not the. That's not the one I have. I think it's the other side marker. I just don't know if it's markers or marker.
Your damnation.
Not sure which it is. Go use the. Okay, we need to make sure the Hexer doesn't get a cast out. That was why this slowed down so severely yesterday. Good example of that is people being upset by pandas being introduced, but not knowing that Gemstones help build Orgrimmar. I mean, I agree with you, but a good example of what? Gotta kick the casts. It really slows us back down if we let these mobs full heal. Should be a really easy pack. But anyway, at this point, I'm done with it. Like, they've gone away from it so heavily, I don't feel like it has a place in the game anymore. So I'm just ready to move on. Just let every class be every race, and I see no reason why you can't have. Like, again, my DK has been in the game for so long that there's no possible way he wouldn't be knowledgeable enough to teach other classes how to be Death Knights. Good example of old callbacks. Gotcha. Yeah, I remember him in Armageddon. Steve Buscemi, yeah. He's a skilled actor. We're actually overcount. See this guy full mana though, the whole dungeon. Like, I don't know, man. It's hard for me to not feel like Shaman is the best healer. I don't know. People disagree with that, but I think things are just not in Paladin's favor right now in a lot of ways. Kyron Resto Shamans are huge, yes, totally agree. I agree, especially with Kyron Resto Shaman. Yeah, I think it's like, I was just talking about this every quarter video, will be live tomorrow, but yeah, I was just talking about this in the video. They're like literally doing the, I feel like they're doing the same overall damage right now. I think you can see the same numbers from both Resto, Kyrian Resto, and Banter Holy Paladin. The problem is the profile. Paladin's like basically all single target. Kyrian's basically all AoE. Now, it's not, you know, exclusively true, but their focus is those two things. And I guess the difference is people prefer single target or something. I don't really know why, but I guess that's what's happening. People are still playing Paladin and still assuming it's the best healer. Hoof does pretty well on Pally, doesn't she? Yes, she's doing fine. We're just talking about 5-mans, like overall DPS is 5-mans. Would you like a class changing as a feature in WoW? It wouldn't work, but it'd be cool, I guess. I mean, I don't know how it would work. Wouldn't make any sense. So no, I guess no. The answer is no, I wouldn't like that. I don't want them to do things that make no sense, and that would definitely make no sense whatsoever. Wrong ability. I thought it was the same ability, but that's a Final Fantasy thing, and it's silly. It would only make sense if a warrior changed to like a rogue or a hunter. It wouldn't make sense at all because the way armor works. What do you want to just delete all your armor and start over? Just make a new class. You can change race. I might as well do that too.
a nasty one, but you be making him pay him debt.
Yeah, there we go.
Sooner or later, him gonna be
It's
back.
with an S.
You can't
No, it
keep
wouldn't
a
make sense.
bad load down.
Because you can't change leather to armor or leather to plate, right? So it doesn't make any sense. I would prefer Holy Pally 2 since they can offer a lot of priority damage with Ashen and Mad Paragon. Yeah, I just don't think that's particularly valuable. Like I don't see why that's more valuable than AoE, and Shaman brings more to the key than Paladin does overall.
What chance you'll be having against me?
I wish you could change that,
Brought Helia to the jailer's side.
because I definitely don't like that it says top. But, so what did it say? I should go top right. Let me and Jodalo go top right.
You're one boss man.
I actually like Final Fantasy class swapping. Gotcha. No need to change, things are fine and been in the game since release. Gotcha. I think people are just committed to Pally, and Pally damage profile is still technically better. I guess that's true, yeah. You're right about that, actually. That is probably a part of it. It's the commitment that they have, that they are stuck with. That happens a lot. I'm sure you're seeing the same thing with Vengeance too, actually, in a lot of places.
Beware. The shadows take ya.
That's a bad death right there. That might... Okay, good. I'm dying a second time.
You best hurry. The price don't matter now.
I actually have rune weapon. Well, this guy's been doing good damage to Hulky, so hopefully he's going to continue with that. If you can facilitate a massive pull every 4 minutes, then Pally brings a ton of value. If not, Shaman is consistently better. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. I think people stuck Pally because they are used to having an immune that saves their lives when they suck. You think top players in the world are worried about sucking? Maybe. I mean, it certainly doesn't hurt. 5-man's Paladins really do have a great kit for their own way, but they just don't really bring a lot. Like, if they're not the top damage dealer, they don't really bring a lot. It's kind of like Warrior, you know? Kind of the same situation. They don't really bring a lot outside of damage, so that better be very, very notable. And it's not anymore. Good afternoon. How? Oh, how's the week going? Oh, sorry. Yeah, good. No, actually, not good, but... is this Shaman even Kyrian? Oh, I don't know. Nope. Yeah, I guess not. Primordial Wave. Banter Paladin is viable for raid progression. 2, while Kyrian Resto is not optimal for raid. Gotcha. Mop is really good on certain affixes. I suppose so. It's not bad, but I would say really good. It's fine though. AoE stun, ranged interrupt, essentially a speed boost, which nobody really takes in 5-mans. Spirit Link is definitely the best healing CD in the game, in my opinion. Rock Elemental could be huge. The Ankh is actually more valuable than people think it is. Nobody uses it for the reasons that it was valuable in the past, though, anymore. In the past, you used to be able to like only pull off skips because of Ankh. There's a lot of interesting value for Shaman, though. Paladin doesn't bring any of it, so they better be the best damage dealer, and it's debatable. I think of making an Enhanced Shaman as my first main tune. Oh, I love Enhanced. It's such a great character to just fuck around on right now. Just run around and hit a training dummy. It's like the most fun that's not Blood DK. Managed to get my first 620s last week as Roaster Shaman. Going for 2.4 now. Surprisingly easy. This was over. Surprisingly easy when you play with people who know what they're doing. Yeah, keys are actually like really easy this season, to be honest. Surprisingly easy, I agree. What is that green thing? What is that? Does race matter on Enhancement Shaman? You mean IRL or in-game?
A victory well earned. You have proven that none of the weapons in Zoval's arsenal can best you.
Times change, man. Mortals never be as weak as you believe them to be. You see, they have potential. But don't you be worrying about a thing. You're gonna be having plenty of time to learn from your mistakes. You did good.
IRL race for sure. Oh, you mean in-game? No, it doesn't matter. Race is very important, yes.
Yet for mortal life.
Any tips on Mythic Soul Render? I can help you with specific stuff for sure. Let me know what specific questions you have about it. Nothing. I'm not very good with general tips, unfortunately. Never have been. Didn't know the game worked, but I was not willing to admit fault either. When I first started in BFA, I bopped the tank because he was getting clobbered. He yelled at me and said, "QQ noob," and left the key. It's funny. Well, we did actually have a similar story. Where
What is your quarry?
we had a dude come in and bop the tank and we wiped because of it.
For Queen.
But yeah. Race doesn't matter that much. Play whatever you like. If we're talking about in-game, yeah, definitely. You are amazing. Wow, that's interesting. What's going on here? $20. No, you are amazing. What the fuck? That's nice of you to do that. It's very nice of you to do that. Stickers on YouTube Super Chats? That's been in since BFA. I remember somebody doing that in BFA. I don't know how you do it, but I remember somebody doing it. No, I am amazing. Stromy, you're not bad, but you really do come and go too much, man. You gotta be more consistent, man. Okay, anyway, so 9/29, 2021. We had the other side 20, Vante. Upgrade. Week 1. That's a week 1 key. We had the Shaman Healer. We also had the Death Knight DPS with the Balanced Druid and the Warlock DPS. Yeah, as you see. I mean, Warlock is not anything special, but just surprising. Starfire. Like, I'm not really sure what's happening. Consistency is my main issue. Just ask my fiance. Yeah, I feel you. Hopefully you're more consistent than John Jones. That spec is just a blast. Which one? Destro? Or do you mean Bombkin? 10 minutes or 10 seconds? There's no in between. Gotcha. Yes, Faxi. John Jones cannot keep out of trouble to save his life. Yeah. I didn't realize it until Dana White said it, but he's like, John Jones in Vegas just don't go well. It's like, fuck, he's right. It's actually entirely right. Just did 21 theater. Excited to watch your run. Oh, me too. I actually need this key, so finally we got something I need this week. So for high endgame, what race you recommend for dude, I don't know. Nothing. I don't recommend anything. I don't play enhance. I don't know anything about it. I guess Orc. Orc seems to be pretty good for any class that has any type of pet. Which is DK, Hunter. Yeah, I guess Enhancement Shaman counts. I don't know. Let's see what the sim thing recommend. I haven't looked at this in a very long time, but I'm sure there is at least some recommendation. So for blood races, Lightforged Draenei is like a mile ahead of everything else. Where's Orc? Orc is actually not very high, yeah. Yeah, and let's put it this way. The top, which is Lightforged Draenei, which is clearly the best, like without even question, because of that ratio. 6.8k is the sim. 6.853. The lowest Magcar Orc, 6.783. So not even 100 points different. Whatever that theoretical DPS number is. Not even 100 points different. It's like a single difference, a single % difference. Alright, so this isn't bugged anymore, right? I meant enhances a blast. Yeah, it's honestly so interesting. They made such good changes to classes in Shadowlands, and enhance I think is the #1 that's made a much better change. Lightforge is way better in AoE. Yep. Yeah, if we're talking about 5-mans, Lightforge is not. There's no rival. Lightforge is the best race in the game for 5-mans. That racial does more damage than my class stuff.
Good fortune to our friends.
I don't think there's any way to do it with the classes we have, right? So it's fine, we could just pop. A few of us. Only a few of us. The delayed explosion, yep. Yeah, it literally does more than like my spells. Like, go level a tank with that on and you'll see it's your top damage when it's up. Big pull and let the beam go and you're at the top of the DPS. Yeah, it's crazy. I haven't played it at max level, but
4,
I don't think anything would change.
2, 1.
Alright, just potting.
Welcome, one and all, to the theater of pain! It seems these upstarts think they can compete with the best combatants in all of Berserkers! I'll believe it!
Oh yeah, I forgot. This is funny. This is the same guy who failed to lust for like the first 15 minutes of the dungeon in the last key, but ended up being a good player. I would still rather dwarf. Yeah, I mean, I would probably not actually go Lightforge, but if I was Alliance, I would probably be Dark Iron Dwarf. Coltiran. I don't actually even have Coltiran unlocked. That's the only allied race I don't have unlocked. So I've never played as them before. I don't really like the concept of Coltiran though. But in terms of racials, I guess they're interesting. Don't judge a shaman by his lust. You have to. One of the main things. That's like we were just talking about. Like, you know, another main value of shaman is bloodlust. Coltiran's racial seems really interesting. Does it? I don't even know what I actually don't. They stagger damage or something. Is that right? It's like stagger. Coltiran is good. The racial is very lackluster. No. So wait, what's good about it then? Don't they also get like 1% burst? So they get some other thing that's interesting, don't they? Oh no, they get magic reduction. What is it? They get 2 magic schools that are actually very common in 5-mans. Frost and Nature, is this right? I think that's the case. It's actually better than you think. Like a miniature stagger, right? From a former 4 handicap, keep at golf. You are definitely progressing well. Oh, great, man. Shridge TV. Well, that's cool. I don't talk about golf too much, but I'm interested when people come into the channel and talk about golf. I'm very passionate about golf. Like, it's equaling my WoW passion right now, which is not a good thing. I'm having trouble balancing both, but I mean, I guess you're right. I am getting better, but it feels like a long road. I really just started last year, and I kind of progressed to being a beginner relatively fast, I thought. So I thought it was going to go quicker, but I am getting a lot better. I'm going to play tomorrow, so that's why I have to rebalance a bunch of stuff today. Out of nowhere, I didn't expect to play, but my uncle called. My big issue is distance, though. I don't know if we'll ever solve that. Increases 1% versatility. When you take damage, heal for 2% of that. Oh, okay. That's like, those are really good rituals. Shrug it off or something, I think. Shake off a very small amount of damage. Yeah, that would be very good for blood. And yeah, reduces frost and nature. And I'm telling you, that's bigger than you think. That is actually really fucking good. Those ratios are insanely good for 5 minutes. That might actually be the best ratio that doesn't do anything specific. Like, you know, the dwarf ratios are good, but only because they're active and you could use them to high efficacy. But that's got to be the best passive ratio for tanking those two together. Yeah, frost damage and nature damage. Those are very common in 5-mans. Very common.
How unexpected! It seems Arden and Pups have some bite after all.
It's the best passive ratio. Agreed.
Preliminaries are over. The real trial.
I really like the punch. Yeah, it's actually, I've never seen it. I've never used it, but
One of the more ruthless.
somebody had it in BOD. I remember using it on trash. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Because you get changed to a different race in that raid. Okay, so is it fire? Yeah, either way, it's fire. Fire next. They fixed this, right? I hope. I'm sure they did. Haymaker, wind up, then unleash your might upon your foe, dealing 20 physical damage and stunning them, and knocking them back substantially. See, the knockback thing is not useful, but it sounds interesting. It is said that Shrug It Off has a weird design, and it keeps resetting the timer. At the end, it heals less than the oil. Oh, really? Well, I mean, that's gotta stay balanced too. Obviously, it's not. No, you're not able to just make it like overpowered as shit. Every time I haymaker some mob the DK death grips, I think he does it on purpose. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you don't really want to be using that like that. Knocking mobs out of melee range is not benefiting anyone. No, sometimes it might be, but usually it's not. That mob did not get gripped. That's strange. Knockback is good for very specific mobs. Hey Tanner, long time no see, man. How you been? How the hell you been? Hope it's a good day. Me too. Planning to get cutting edge for this tier? You don't really plan for. You don't really plan for something like that. I don't feel like. I mean, some people do, I guess, but not me. I just raid. The results dictate the success, not otherwise. Not the other way around. I knocked him into melee range when all interrupts are on CD. Oh yeah, well that's good. I'm sure nobody's gripping them out of melee range. I like the profile of the race though. It looks interesting in armor. Oh, Faxi interrupts. That's the tank. Let me handle that, bro. Sleuthen got the interrupt there. Very well. Blasting on Prop Pally still. Getting friends their portals, lol. Prop Pally feels better invincible this week with Kyron, Legendary, and Mechanicos. So interesting. Well, that's good. I guess we're struggling here. Very nice Shadow Link or Spirit Link. Yeah, I missed it. No, at least we didn't actually wipe. Did we miss an interrupt? I'm not sure what actually happened. Healer's struggling to keep up with his pack, I guess. It is a lot of healing. Usually people do really good damage on this, but not today.
Well fought. Now claim its power as your own.
Love the GG guy from yesterday's stream. I'm glad you do. I do not. But it is funny. Missed like 3 so far. Okay. The knock-up is complicating this. Is the bug fixed? It better be. It was posted that it was, and I've completely gone back to the old route now, so. Couldn't Shaman solo interrupt that? No, I don't think so. I don't know. Why you picked that power? Because I don't feel like I'm going to need the defensive one this time. So I figured we might as well go a little more offense since this is Tyrannical week. Guess we're battle risen. Not going great though so far. Hopefully the damage will carry us through. I can't even really remember the route, honestly. It's been a few weeks since we did it now, with last week being the bugged week. I think this is all we need though. I don't think we need anything extra here. I just can't remember if we need an extra pack here or if we're pulling the fat dude or whatever. Can't always go for the pack upstairs after Mordretha. Yeah, I guess if we absolutely need to. Because people like lust after something happens, right? Hi, new to WoW. How hard you say is it to learn M and K? Oh, mouse and keyboard? Oh god, I have no idea. I have no idea. It's too long ago that I would have learned it. I'm sorry, I can't offer you any advice on that. I don't think it's very difficult. I mean, you use a computer often or what? It's just like typing, really. You just press keys. Yeah, based on the fact that you type that in all caps, maybe it will be harder for you than it seems. Shame that it was this warlock's key. This is always the case though. Weak link is always the key holder. Makes sense. I mean, somebody's got to have the key. Weakling promoted into incompetence keys. All right. You don't control and did the Bone Spear mob? No.
But they're still a long way from the title! New challenge. Ah, we'll see how long you can last.
Beware. You approach a powerful servant of the jailer. Take the beast's power. You will need it for the dangers ahead.
Let your weapon speak for you!
Alright, 20 minutes at this point. I just don't know how I feel about that. I know they buffed the timer. I don't think I've done a close key since they buffed the timer, so that should hopefully mean good things for us. Not really sure though. So fucking far away. That's just not gonna work, unfortunately. A lot of times when I would pull these, they'd be like right there and you just, no issues. God, I'll move around a lot too, though. Even though like nobody actually had CDs, I guess it still went pretty well though. Just can never get that.
Your bones will adorn my armor.
It's crazy how many times FedEx or UPS trucks drive through my neighborhood. People are getting a lot of things shipped nowadays, huh? It's shocking to me that I keep seeing the same truck over and over again too. Like it's like they come through multiple times a day. I guess that's the job to be looking for, huh? Never gonna be a shortage of jobs there, I bet. Although maybe they're not great jobs, I don't know.
You had best make this interesting.
Guess you have to like driving, right?
My blade knows no equal. Run away to power before my might. Fight for glory! Beware before the storm! Beware before the storm! Run away! Can you match my strength?
I feel like I lost like a ton of haste or something. 24% haste. Yeah, I only have 12% on my gear. That's really low. I must have lost out on the boots as well. I got boots last night, which are obviously very good, but I feel like I'm really struggling with rune management.
Fight for glory!
Oh yeah, I don't need to wear this anymore. Forgot about that. I finally got a 252 main slot piece, so I need to put that back on. Just go ahead and vendor that. I forgot all about that. I need to get a chest enchant though. I don't actually have one. Hopefully I can remember to do that between the key.
Run away! Can you match my strength?
Well, we failed the lust before, I guess. Down boss, I guess. I don't know. Unsure. It's gonna be tight. Druid's clearly attacking the banner though. Yeah, these bosses are not going well at all. Okay, hopefully the pet doesn't get fucked up. I'm just gonna walk. I think that's the best play. In your mail. Good afternoon, Sir Metro of Haha. Welcome. First of my name. Oof, time looks tight, does it? 12 minutes? I don't think it's tight. That's the thing that's funny about this key now. I don't think it actually does look tight. The chest enchant. Ah, right. Thanks a lot. Oh, I didn't even notice that mob was casting Withering, whatever, decay. We just killed it. It didn't even get interrupted. We just killed it. What Faxi BM? I suppose he's testing it out. I don't know. Maybe he's switching. Last time I heard him talk about it, he said he would rather quit or something than play BM. I am sad there's a species of cool looking woodpeckers that has officially gone extinct. Alright. That is sad. I'm with you. Spent that whole time shitting on BM only to join us. Shitting on it. Now the pet. Just curious what legendary is he? Not sure. Pretty sure we need this mob though, yeah. BM is lit right now with the Nightbait Covenant legendary, oh yeah. Elder Antlers is actually good. Cool. That's great. Not grape, but great. Recently made mine 262. Wow. It's a large item level item. That was a good decision you made there doing that. There are some people who swear by Rylock Stalkers, but I think Antlers is better. I see. What makes you think that? Antler seems to be better in basically all content. Oh, that's nice. Antlers are cool because they remind me of animals. I have both at 226 or 262. You got a lot of legendaries. You're like a collector. I got mine to 242. That's definitely not what rank 5 is. Where is it? 242, I doubt it. Fucking Christ. Please just actually fucking stand near the group, man. I'm so sick of mobs jumping out of melee range. 249, that makes sense. I started in vanilla and quit in WoD. How do my level 85 characters get reverted to 60? They don't. It's just a level squish, so whatever 85's equivalent is what you'll be now. Probably like 35 or something. I would assume it's 35, but maybe it's 40, I don't know. Oh my god, we are not even close to having count. What the fuck? Not even close. Is the pack upstairs enough with the mob? What the hell? Yeah, I've completely... I really wish that key never bugged out because I've completely forgotten what we're doing with the route now. Learned 3 different routes last week and now I've completely forgotten. Surely that's enough if we get that pack upstairs. What did you miss? I have no idea. Like I said, I just had to do like 3 different routes last week because of the bugs and now I have no idea what we did wrong. That's enough with the captain plus the mobs upstairs. Well, it's definitely not. We need 11%, guys. One mob is not giving 11%. I highly doubt one pack is either. But this dungeon is a little weird on count. And if we go up there and that's not enough, the key's over. So, if anybody wants to offer some advice, that would be the time. I think it's over one way or the other, though. I don't think that's count. I don't know how we get 11% count right now. You need 1%? No, we're at 98.89. Oh. I was just trolling you guys. You guys are so gullible. I can't believe how gullible you guys are. I thought we were 89. Until I said it out loud. Like, oh, that's the wrong number. Oh, that guy's dead though. Delete the VOD. We might not. Still not be upgrading the key. Well, here comes our big solo here, unfortunately. This is for all the marbles, which means we're not upgrading key. These deaths are just fucking retarded, honestly. These small mistakes in these keys, man, it just really sucks. Yeah, the bosses are awful too, man. Single target is just not something anybody in this game cares about anymore, it seems. Frustrating. Metro Fire Tree completely botches count. Couldn't be further off from count. We need 11%. Oh, just kidding. I read it wrong.
Incredible! Our challengers have conquered the trials and advanced to the final round! Return
Yeah, it won't be an
to
upgrade.
the central chamber. It's time to begin
Obviously.
the main event! Soldiers of Maldraxxus! Are you ready for some carnage?
Oh, the pet just broke? Oh my god, man.
The longest reigning champion, the theater of
Pet is such a fucking pain in the ass, I'll tell you what. Unlucky. I don't think there's any luck relation there. Where the fuck is this pet? He's being attacked by it, yeah.
shall be swept into oblivion. Reality turns its ire against you.
Surprised he survived, to be honest. I don't know how he did.
Magic
Reaches beyond your
mortal ken. Death itself demands your souls.
Are you new? The fuck? This is weird that we're a year into this expansion and people are still trying to suggest lusting at the start of this fight.
We shall be swept into oblivion. Your wanton slaughter will be returned tenfold.
Ah. I hate this guy. No longer have any interest in this guy.
We shall be swept into oblivion.
And so it happens, changed to Knife Fate, and I must admit, Frost DK is a blast, both dual wield and one-hander. Gotcha. Never played Frost DK, but just wipe it up. I'm so fucking sick of shitty fucking players, man. It's unbelievable.
Magic reaches beyond your mortal ken.
Yeah, fuck this guy, honestly. I should have known when the guy can't use Bloodlust on his own to be able to do mechanics.
Your songs, so ends your trial.
Do you tank on any other classes? Not recently, no. I used to.
Everything is negotiable.
Hopefully I will be doing it again soon, but not sure when that would be.
I have many wares.
Guess in the second half of the season, maybe. Definitely in the winter. I guess I'll have a lot more time for WoW. Won't be able to golf. Just don't really have time to keep up other characters because it takes so much time off stream to keep them up.
Behold my power and despair. My magic reaches beyond your mortal ken. Reality turns its ire against you.
It'd be so much easier if people could just stack these ads. I feel like everybody did it in Season 1 and now nobody does it anymore. Got a 21 Spires. Oh, sure, we can do that. Where did you wipe? He didn't. The healer just keeps fucking dying. 2 bosses in a row where he dies and we have no battle rest for him.
Shall be swept into oblivion. Your wanton slaughter will be returned tenfold. Shall be swept into oblivion. Reality turns its ire against you.
Yet again. This time means it's Ankh.
Shall be swept into oblivion. Death itself demands your songs.
But it seems better than most you've had. I think. I guess maybe just slightly better than the average, yeah.
My magic reaches beyond your mortal ken.
This guy is legitimately awful. I can't believe how bad this guy actually is. It's weird because it seemed like he was perfectly fine on the other side. All of a sudden he's just completely useless. I projected the success rate off Kyrian Shaman on him and I expected to get something that I didn't get, I guess.
Magic reaches beyond your mortal ken.
Yeah, I guess we've had some really bad druids, so it's hard to... And when you had a guy who literally leaves the key less than a minute into the dungeon, then yeah. It's hard to keep that class in perspective.
Death itself demands your songs. All things must end.
Well, we got one mob to kill.
Breatha has been defeated. I can hardly believe it. All hail the new champions of the arena. Victory and glory are yours. May you fight forever. More waters.
It's at 7 keys now with no score this week. I really thought this was going to be a very easy week. Thanks for coming though, Vaccine. All right, let's add that to the list. That's theater 21. Completion. And we had Hunter, Druid, Warlock. I tried. You did well, yeah. Jesus Christ. Yeah, look at the chart. You're getting some really bad rag healers, like the priest yesterday. Yeah. It's funny. I thought we were over the Ragnarok shit, but now it's come back full force. Alright, Jix sent me the chest in chat. Let's get it on there. Boom. Now we got another gem in our gear. Although it's not particularly good one. I guess I mean, we could change it. I just don't have any other gems upgraded. I guess I should probably start doing that. What would be... This is probably the one I want, right? Oh yeah, I need to upgrade this anyway for raid. Let me go do that real quick while we... Wait, I even went single target because it was theater and played BM. Yeah, there was some commentary on that. Did you have any thoughts or maybe you didn't hear it?
Ardenweald calls.
People were asking about what made you go BM. BM is better in theater and mist because pulls are better for the Knife A legendary. Gotcha. What does that legendary even do? I've not heard anybody talk about it until right now. Wow, 2750. Holy shit. Makes Wild Spirits proc twice on 4 or less mobs. Oh, I see. And BM is bugged that it procs twice on Stomp. Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Speak up.
What? Oh, wait, it's already maxed. Oh, I didn't even realize that. It's this one that I started maxing out, yeah. Okay, let's work on that. I would like to see that, actually. I'm going to put that in my gear.
The Primus chose me for
I wouldn't mind seeing how that works out in 5-mans. Somebody's got to remind me, though. I feel like that could be interesting in 5-mans. Cause a nearby ally to absorb the next 300 damage dealt to them. It's probably going to add up to be very little, but we'll give it a try. Also, I don't ever need this again. Now we have an open slot in that. I should put that weapon back in there.
Get going then.
Just need to remember. This is not going to go well. I just need to remember to actually change the gems back for raid tonight, which I'm going to forget. Hopefully I won't forget. Oh, we are filled, all right. And now it says 305. What the hell? It says 305 on the sheet, but I guess it's just bugged or something. Or maybe it's, oh, it probably scales reverse, I guess.
Have a good one.
Okay, Google, set a reminder for this time to change gems before raid. What? Look at this, though. This is so fucking cool. This is like the coolest looking weapon in the whole game, honestly. Adore it. I took a leap of faith. Azralon Mage. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I would really expect this to be an easy key, but I haven't had much success at all this week somehow. It's really shocking. I guess everybody's still used to fucking Fortified, I guess. I don't really know. I'm not sure how we're having such low success this week. I'm pretty disappointed with this, honestly. It's making me very unhappy. I thought we were going to walk in here and just absolutely crush keys based on last week. Last week was really easy, especially since we had a priest healer. Busting wasn't an issue at all. Gotcha. Right, obviously that helped. But historically, this season, Tyrannical has been way easier than Fortified, so I'm shocked that we're in this position. Seat up. Here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hopefully we do not lust on trash. Last time I did this, somebody lusted on the first pull.
We are vastly outnumbered mortals. The Forsworn have cut a swath through most of our forces. Vanquish their rear guard while I confront Devos. Go in service.
Quick. That was ridiculously fast. Guess I should have pulled the Goliath in. Hard to believe that was a 21 pack. That was really fast. So how much haste do I have now? Oh wow, I gained 3% haste putting that item on. Yeah, I really had low haste on, holy shit. We definitely don't want to let those dark lashes go off while it's enraged. That would be very bad.
You were the paragon of loyalty, Devos. And yet all this time it was you who led the Forsworn.
Your blind adherence to the path would have doomed us all. You left me no choice but to oppose you. Forsworn, see that the mortals do not interfere.
You cannot hide.
Yeah, okay. This is gonna be an interesting dungeon. It seems like we do like very, 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 very high damage when CDs are like way higher than most groups, and outside maybe it's gonna be bad. I don't really know, but those are some fast pulls. Hopefully the boss is gonna go fast. Yes, they are crushing those backs. Yeah, that's crazy. Didn't even get 2 casts. The Goliath only got the 2 casts total. So strange.
Well fought. Now claim its power as your own.
None shall be spared.
All right. And that's that.
You're doomed.
think we did all that really good boss damage or trash damage.
Nowhere to run.
I guess we just res healer and just keep going.
Suffer my wrath.
Really not a hard fight. I don't understand. This is like the dumbest fucking fight ever, man. People constantly die in this fight and it's so frustrating. This is basically like the epitome of what I was talking about before. Just constant, easy mistakes that we give up in supposedly difficult keys.
Your doom takes flight. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to run. Your doom takes flight. Suffer my wrath. Nowhere to run. Your doom takes flight. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to run.
This key, I don't know. I think I'm done doing spires. Cannot seem to get a group to do spires. It's crazy.
Fools to challenge us.
Not sure how that barrage turned. Yeah, that happened there to me as well, I guess. First time was my bead walked into barrage as I was trying to res Hunter who died to volcanic plume. Oh, is that what he died to? That's hilarious.
None shall be spared.
Oh, that shit hit hard, man.
Fear the skies!
That is pretty nuts considering my health pool. If I didn't have this much health, I'd get one shot by that every time it comes out. If I had like the health pool of a regular tank, I would actually get one shot every time that happens.
Suffer my wrath! You will never win!
Should probably try to pull both of those packs maybe on. The problem is just getting them together, man. It's such a pain in the ass. There's plenty of packs that you can combine in this dungeon, but you have to get them together. If it was easier to handle those skirmishers, this trash would be much quicker. So it's more like season 1 though. Everybody doing crazy ass damage on each pack, and then they'll be silent for a while. Hopefully this next pack and then the pack after that, everything will be up again.
Listen to reason,
Fire
devils.
Mage is
The Kyrian
very interesting
must
spec,
stand
I'll tell you.
united.
I don't think they're a very good single target
Not so long
anymore,
as
but
you command them. The Forsworn will forge a
I think it
new
might be fun to
path
play
for us.
as an alt or as a like a off spec, like a world spec, a spec for content that's solo. Hey Craig, what's up? Welcome. How are you today? And of course that pack is nowhere fucking near us, man. It's just so silly. Too many patrols in this dungeon, man. Probably too late to pull them now, but we're doing it. Been a decent day on your end? I would say no, not really. Looks like we're gonna not get any progression done this week based on the current situations. Well, that seemed fast anyway, regardless.
For eons, we have been told to purify ourselves.
We correctly, accurately
to let go of our memories,
got the spear.
our identities, our
A
loved
big point of
ones,
contention in this dungeon, I
all
know.
in the name of service. But what do we serve? An impotent arbiter, an oppressive law.
I have to make sure I don't. Yeah, you don't want to disband the key and
Nothing.
whatever the fuck else happened there. That infused weapon's pretty good. Can't I just have that 100% of the time? That would make tanking a lot easier. Alright, looks like we're gonna be good on this pat. Yeah, this is gonna be perfect. Sadomasochism, fun, go try LFR. I've done LFR, it's actually better than this. The thing is, like, when you don't expect content to go well, it's a lot easier to not be frustrated by it. But, like, the thing that frustrates... Wow, that is fucking phrase. Anyway, the thing that frustrates me about the situations that happen in Keys are that, like, it's players who have demonstrably proved they're good, not being good. Like, I don't know. That's just not fun. Like, I don't know. That's why, like, raiding can get frustrating, too, because it's like... I know we can kill this boss. Can we just kill it now, please? Like, I'm done not killing the boss. Let's kill it. It's the same way in Keys. It's like, alright. The shaman we just had died 4 times on 2 bosses. It's like, could you just not do that now so we could upgrade the key, please? I'd like to upgrade this key, but your deaths make it impossible. And there's no reason for you to die here. This is not in any way dangerous for you as a healer. Afternoon, hope keys are going well today. What's up, Stoner? Welcome, buddy. How's it going? Unfortunately, not going well today, but it's fine. Nobody's fault, nothing to worry about.
This is where you meet your end.
I tried LFR Sylvanas on Monday and gave up after people died to any odd thing. No use of their brain power. Oh god, how is Sylvanas? I haven't heard anything about it. Is it a complete mess? The Nathrius was like insanely easy. I went in there to make a video, like to basically like fuck around and see how bad players were, and killed it in one pull. Yeah, okay. Because I remember Nazoth, the day Nazoth came out, it was like a joke. No, people were going in there without the cloak and they were just getting one shot, or they were getting like instantly mind controlled. But I guess that was a little bit more specific than the normal difficulty.
Celerity is second to none.
Yeah, like the cloak was like it was actually mandatory. You couldn't do the fight without it. People were just going without the cloak and just immediately get mind controlled. LFR, the true end game. It's funny. I mean, at times it can be very funny. I remember Darumu was also similar. Take like 3 hours to eventually kill Darumu because nobody knew how to do the maze thing. Cahoon LFR was funny. I've never done any LFR at any point in this game. I don't like it. I think it shouldn't be in the game. LFR is like a Mythic plus 99. It's important to differentiate though, don't forget, because like the content is actually super easy. It's just people don't have any idea what they're doing. So this content is actually very difficult, and people do know what they're doing, and they still fuck it up. That's why Mythic Plus is different. This guy with an ice block, a blink, and an immunity, well, at least one immunity, can't seem to live on this fight. But on LFR, there's nothing that would challenge anybody, and they still fail. So.
From the shadows, I witness your demise.
Dark magic coalesces here. Remove it at the source.
LFR Throne of Thunder on release was unbelievably difficult. Yeah, it was definitely Darumu, I remember, was like literally undoable. I killed Nathath in LFR and needed 10 stacks to kill it. Nerve-wracking. Gotcha. I don't remember what it was like after they fixed that thing with the cloak, but I remember the first day everybody was like losing their fucking minds about the cloak. Hunter pulled the frost guy. Wait, what?
From the shadows, I witness your demise. My celerity is second to none.
Not you soloing. Yeah, this is actually, I'm just over this, man. I really am. I don't know what the fuck is going on in this video game, but how has Tyrannical become the hard set of fixes again? I really don't understand. We went through like 10 weeks where Tyrannical was a complete fucking joke and every single key was an upgrade, and now we can't get anybody to do bosses right.
Witness radiance. From the shadows, I witness your demise. You cannot match my alacrity. Witness radiance. My celerity is second to none. Witness radiance. All targets eliminated.
We can call it. These DPS are a bit clueless. I mean, it would have been nice if you took the res and I didn't have to die there, but... Good DPS help from the healer there. Even after the change to the balls, they still can't dodge. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I hate to say it, but this is not fun. So I don't know what to do to change this, but I'm like over this. I'm so fucking over like bad players in every single fucking key. At first it was like funny. I was like, oh, look at the bad players. We make a video. Yeah, that's funny. Now it's every single key. Every single key. I don't know when the last time I did a dungeon was where it was like, oh, these are 5 really good players. I actually don't know. Is this live? Why does this look so familiar? Yes, it's literally 3 times Inspires this week. Exact same 3. I like, did they buff this boss or something? Did something change about this encounter? I don't understand. We did it 3 times this week, and all 3 times the exact same results. I'm the only one alive and trying to solo it for however long. Not fun. Paladin, Hunter, Monk, or Mage. I remember doing LFR Dragon Soul when it was released. The spine of Deathwing was so hilarious just watching 70... Oh god, yeah. You mean the spinning part? Yeah. Why is it that most mages don't know how to play? I'm not sure. Our old GM used to call it Mage Syndrome. Not sure what it is now. Somehow the other side's the only key we have success on, so we'll sign up. I think it wastes too much of your time to try to pug into non-upgrades. Most of the group just leave right away. That's all there is, though. That's the problem. So like I said, there's 3 problems right now. 1, there's no keys, or I guess keys that need a tank, I guess is what we agree on. 3, or 2, what the fuck? 1 is that, 2 is not 3, 2 is 2, and 2 is, there's, what did I say 2 was? Oh yeah, 2, like, people take like a 30-minute time period to fill the key for some reason. Every key I join, it's like you sit there for like 20 minutes waiting for nothing. And then 3 is that when you finally get the group together after all that, there's like 3 out of the 5 players are incapable of doing the key. And yeah, I mean, Warriors is definitely the thing we've had the most. Like this is a problem that has originated from Warriors, honestly. But now it's spreading. Too bad. I like that Paladin. That's getting fooded. He's here all the time. Hunter Brain as well, pulling the Frost guy. I don't. Did that actually happen? Well, we didn't get to actually see the whole run. But let's take a look at the trash and see how much healing that thing did. Is it not? Oh boy. Yeah, that's useless. Alright, that's just a waste of time. I already upgraded it too, that's unfortunate. That is awful. Let's take that out of the gear. No value from that. Put that in, yeah. That'll actually be really good for Blood DK. Holy Pally doing nice damage though, yes. Correct. Time to 20 Sanguine Depths, another teleport in the roster. Oh, sweet. I saw the it icon moving on the mini-map. Oh, really? That's funny, I didn't. I mean, how did it not aggro us? I'm confused. Eventually killed Darumu because nobody knew how to do the maze thing. How did it only aggro on the hunter? Did he feign, I guess? When does this happen? It's coming up. Oh yeah, we have the frosty buff. Yeah, good call. It actually aggroes us. And then despawns or something? I'm confused. I was wondering why I was so fucking slow right there. I thought that something was wrong with my game. How does it reset though? I don't really get it. I don't know. Should I even sign up to that? I still need theater. Should be very easy this week, honestly. Okay, we've been invited to theater. Okay, anyway, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick, and hopefully we can finally get at least 1 point this week. Okay, I'm back. That guy's on your server. Oh yeah, certain. Yeah, you're right. Not in a guild, it looks like. Yeah. Hey Metro, how's your day going? Hey Lethal Force, what's up, buddy? Not great today, but it's material issues aside. Fucking cold out too today. It was like in the 40s when I woke up. Go to golf tomorrow. I'm gonna have to wear. I'm gonna have to dress warm.
Watch the shadows.
It's funny, I get these emails. Dick's flash sale. It's like, yo, those two words really shouldn't go together. Like, you maybe should come up with a different email header for that. Nice, love golfing in cold weather. Very different degree of cold though here in Southern California. Yeah, it's gonna be like pretty cold tomorrow. Are the fixes good this week? Not. I mean, they should be. I don't understand. I really don't know what to say about this week. We have people constantly dying to bosses. It's like insane. Literally every key that we've had failures on is because of bosses, and it went from being like tyrannical heaven to back to like everybody has fortified brain again, where they're like, oh my god, I don't know how to do bosses. When do we get an IRL golf stream? I would love to stream golf, but it's just not possible. Like I don't know how to do it, first of all, or have any of the equipment I would need to do it, from what I could tell. We got a Ner'zhul kill with a guy from Fire Tree. Had to check if it was your guild. They knew what they were doing with that header. You're talking about Mythic Ner'zhul? You pugged your first kill? Wow. Well, that's cool. Congrats. GoPro? I have a GoPro. What I don't have is internet that I can use anywhere. I only have internet that can be used in this home. Phone, tablet for chat, and a camera or GoPro. Yeah, I have the camera part. What is required is a very good internet connection, and that I do not have. We had to bring a priest in for our first kill. Ah. I see. Yeah, I guess that's pretty important. We got lucky. One player switched to priest right as we were doing the fight, so... You would need a hotspot, probably. Oh, yeah. Alright, so this time we won't be 11% undercount. I don't know, that fight feels almost impossible without... Yeah, I kind of agree. That's what I said, that's like probably one of the worst fights ever made. Hello? Go. Alright, here we go. I did good on it though, sweet. BM can do everything. Yeah, BM's really good for that fight, I can imagine. Especially for progress.
Welcome, one and all, to the theater.
Good start. Monk AFK? Nope, just Azralan.
It seems they
You know how to fucking speak English, so you can't ask questions and get answers.
all of my breakfast. I'll believe it when I see it.
Winter's Envoy, a perfect title for Frost DK. That is actually true, yeah. Is that... What is that? The completing the campaign? I already don't like this monk. Hunter's going nuts though. Renown 40, is that what it is? Maybe. Never been a big fan of titles because I don't even see them on my own character, but it is cool. Rare Night Fae Bombkin. Oh yeah. That's good. I'm happy about that. Maybe we'll get more consistency out of him. Last guy did like 7k overall, I think, in this dungeon that we just did.
My blade will feast on your soul.
And another healer's dead on a boss. Offers almost no difficulty for the healer. Banter Boomkin is so hard to play optimally. That's what I'm seeing as well. I literally never see good ones, so that must mean it's hard to play. Let's hope that's what that means. If that's not what it means, we got problems. It's a good fight for this core. It's called core, right? Shard of core. Cold-hearted. Good fight for that. Matty! What's up, buddy? How's it going? The end of your break has brought you here, is that right? They only DPS every 3 minutes. Yeah, that makes it hard. I have to actually do damage to that mob, though, otherwise it doesn't. I wonder how Pacerin feels being like the only one alive right now. Do you think he still has a chance? I don't know. Work is crazy today, but okay otherwise. It's good or bad? Hopefully good. I don't know. Oh, I see. It's only the first time, like, ever as well. Did he just release?
How unexpected! It seems our little pups have
Now he's gonna do it.
after all. Now the preliminaries are over. The real trials can begin.
Passer and flaming the other 2 bosses to chat? Yeah, for fuck's sake. What's the other boss's names? I don't even know. That's actually hilarious. I used to joke about that all the time. Whenever we'd like kill a mob, I'd always be like, oh, he's whispering me. Lol, like if he was mad, but it's a joke. Imagine playing a Covenant most of the dungeon, you are just a wet noodle. I mean, that's literally like 50% of the game right now. It feels like half the classes in the game are like that right now. Half the people who appear in dungeons are like that. Not necessarily the classes. Like, I'd say probably 50% of the dungeons I do has at least one person in that boat. I killed the healer and you guys still don't do shit. Oh my god, that's so funny actually. What the fuck? Yeah, because that's exactly what happened. That's funny. He had actually in-cap for himself, just like you asked him to do earlier. Yeah, for real, it's hilarious.
Claim your power, Maw-walkers.
I always get turned around there for some reason.
Mortal lives are so fleeting, so fragile.
Man, AMZ was such a great addition to this kit. I know they nerfed it, but honestly, it's... I think I like it better now, actually, now that it actually shows up on the healing chart. You can actually see exactly how much value you got out of it. Another brilliant use of ring apiece by a monk. And before that pack snaps down, I thought that was about to happen actually, yeah. It's been long enough though by now. It just brings all the NPCs that aren't even attackable with it. How funny would that be? That would be funny. Just brings everything with it.
Evil lurks nearby. Expel it with haste.
I think we want to focus this guy down. Yeah, I don't think I would ever consider playing a druid as anything but Naife though. It's just too cool of a... Oh, I don't even have aim. It's just too cool of a spell. I level that no spec druid and what's the second I got the ability to go to Shadowlands, I did, and my god is that spell fun. Even on a no spec druid, it's insanely fun. Monk doing fine actually. You missed some things, but welcome.
Claim its power as your own.
And take this at this point. This dungeon doesn't have any difficult trash. That's the monk's personal burner. Yeah, for real. It honestly would not surprise me either. What a game. That rage, unfortunate. Tough mob, no matter what with raging. Fumbling through that was awkward. Doesn't slow us down though, because we were waiting for this guy to not be dead. That boss is always a good healer skill check, the first one, you think? I don't think so. That's an easy ass fight as a healer. Granted, I never really did it on too high of a key, but it's like one of the easiest. I mean, the next two fights in here are going to be way harder. Well, Gore Chop and Zav are going to be, or Gore Chop and Cult of Rock are going to be way harder. Cult of Rock's probably the hardest fight in the game as a healer, if you ask me. Oh, the one upcoming. Yeah, Cult of Rock. Definitely the hardest fight in the game, if you ask me. Tons of healing. It happens all very quickly, and it's a very long encounter on Tyrannical. Trianical. Triangle. You underestimate Passron. That was actually really clever. I like that. I even killed the healer. The dot from this boss is pretty gnarly. I get you. Radical, bro. God, what was that? There used to be like, what was the name of this show? There used to be a show I watched when I was like a kid on Nickelodeon. It was about like skateboarders. What was the name of that show? They were like animated skateboarders. Or they were like extreme sports enthusiasts, one way or the other. Surfers, maybe they were surfers. I think it was everything. I think they did everything. Rocket power. Yeah, that's it. Baxi, he's like, God, he's got Nickelodeon on fucking lockdown. Dude knows everything about that shit. Rocket power, yeah. It's a great name, too. Very memorable. For normal people's brains, unlike mine. Does blue D&D provide increased rune generation? No, it's just applies the damage reduction. The thing that implies rune regeneration is the legendary Crimson Rune. Which is crazy to think that this legendary started out as just the dancing rune weapon element of it, and then gained 2 additional elements. And people still don't use it. Wow. Oh, look at that tiger. Thing's going nuts. Give me that tiger head. Oh, it's used in not in a great place anymore, but you don't have your coach eating grass every time you play. It makes it a little more challenging. I almost missed with D&D. What the fuck? Yeah, it also generates 5 bone shield charges. They also buffed the rate at which it returns dancing rune weapon. So it basically got 3 buffs. Yeah. I mean, that's got to be one of the most stacked legendaries in the game, right? Surely there's no legendary that does 3 different things whenever you use a spell. But 40% rune regeneration rate for 10 seconds, which is up almost every minute. Depends on the dungeon and a few things, but... And then on top of that, there's also meat shield, which is even more interesting. 4% health stacking twice. And that's up another 30%. So these things all go together extremely well. Gives the rune weapon pretty crazy good. Yeah, it's got a lot of stuff going on with it. What am I gonna do there? Yeah, I think like a lot of, you know, like I guess if you're not Night Fae, then getting the rune regeneration part of it is relatively useless. And if you're not Night Fae, you probably don't need the bone shield charge thing. Like I need the bone shield charge thing. Like it's huge. It makes the rotations so much easier for me as a Night Fae because I'm constantly using a Rune Strike or a Heart Strike. Constantly using Rune Strike. Hunter Blastin, Theater might be the best instance for Hunter. Oh yeah. Hey, he's also BM. Spoke too soon. Oh, the healer. Kudos. Let's pull this all here. I think this is the right play. Hopefully we won't get unlucky again with the fucking patrols.
Approach a powerful servant of the jailer.
Probably just pull Sogadon at this point. The only problem is the leap. If he leaps at the same time, okay, good. Yeah, that's perfect. As long as he doesn't leap while we're chained, then we'll be good. But that would, I don't think that's even possible. The cast time of both abilities make that impossible, I believe. Did they do a redemption arc for Sylvanas? Not a redemption arc per se, but it does look like there's going to be some story that puts her back on the non-evil side in the next season. I don't fully understand, to be honest, but you should watch the... If you're not interested in the lore, you should watch the cinematic or whatever, the cutscene from the end of the raid, because it's actually... It's like, you know, very interesting. I think it's like very, very important one way or the other.
My blade will bathe in your blood.
3 seconds, then we'll grip the next one. What's with the ring? Or what's with the fucking link? Everybody's at full health. Your guild's DPS and Nuzul is so much higher than mine? Well, wait, how do you know that? Would you look at the video or did you look at our logs? If you're looking at last night's logs, don't look at that because that was like, we did insane Last night was like insane. Everything was excellent last night. Our first kill wasn't that great, to be honest. We barely got the kill. It was like a second away from not being the kill. I was top DPS at 8.5. Is that's pretty low, isn't it? You like killed the fight with low DPS? I don't know. Like the thing about that fight is it's so easy because the DPS requirement is so low, so I don't know. I would have been 7th though. What have you done? You haven't done Painsmith yet, I guess then, yeah. Yeah, so luckily, or maybe unluckily for us, we did Painsmith first. Or, I'm sorry, I keep saying Painsmith. Soul Render. We did Soul Render first. And that is actually a very difficult DPS race. Like a much more important DPS race than any of the previous fights. So, that might be an issue for you guys. We actually wiped to the Enrage with like no quarter. Like we had no hope, it looked like. Our first real good pull. Like we were like 20% away from killing the boss. So ultimately, if I couldn't give you a tip now that I realize, ultimately the big thing for us that we made a mistake on was I kind of just spoke very generally about the difficulty of the DPS portion of the encounter, and I was just like, you should really be attacking everything, right? And it created some confusion where people were trying to be overly general instead of specializing. But like if you have classes that can specialize in AoE, that's what they should do. You know what I mean? They should handle the ads. If you have classes that are not specializing in AoE, then they should just stay on the boss 100% of the time. And once we had a few people stay on the boss 100% of the time, it went like way better. Like we gained like 10+% boss damage out of nowhere. So that was a big mistake on our part. We have had 6 hours prog on. Oh, you have 6 hours coming up. Good. Well, you probably won't run into this yet, but if you do get to a point where it seems like you're struggling to kill things, make sure you alert your guild to that fact. Tell them that we just recently killed it 3 weeks ago, and our big issue was we had too many people trying to damage too many targets, whereas instead we should have just had our best, you know, top 5 AoE on AoE and everybody else on boss. I'm one of the AoE people, yeah. Well, whoever is, regardless, just keep that in mind, that boss damage is a lot more important than you think. In fact, you could easily not even kill the ads and still kill the fight. The circles are enough. Like, if you just cleave off the boss, you will kill the fight if you handle the circles perfectly, which is not going to happen, but it is a possibility. Circles do a lot of damage. You actually have a lot more time to kill the ads than it looks like you do as well. Even last night, it was like, holy fuck, we're not getting these ads killed, but we still had like 10 seconds before it was going to be an issue. I think we worked that out our first few pulls. Well, like I said, this is something that developed like 100 pulls in. Like we were waiting to kill the boss, and then we realized we didn't have enough DPS on the actual boss. Our biggest thing was the second chains. That overlap seemed kind of hard. So the first, there's like 3 waves of mechanics. The first wave of mechanics is mostly just getting a feel for the fight. The second wave of mechanics is all hard ads. And the third wave of mechanics is all hard chains. So you want to make sure the second set of, like, each set of ads in the second phase are handled very well. So what I recommended was using 2-minute CDs on that third set, on the second set in that phase. Getting those done quick means the fight gets a lot easier, but the chain should be pretty easy. The 4th and 5th set of chains are the hard ones. One comes immediately after mechanics that make it difficult to click, and the other one comes at an incredibly dangerous time in the encounter. We just swapped it on that boss. Every other set of ads we don't CC. Grip and nuke with CDs. Oh, that's interesting. You don't CC them at all? So you're just yeah, I guess you're just absolutely annihilating the main guy. If we didn't CC, we'd wipe, but I guess, yeah, if we were doing it that way, maybe it would be easier.
That was a good.
Other big issues, we have no A-bomb limb or grip legendary. Oh. Well, that's gonna be very difficult. Luckily, it wasn't another council for us. We actually had a good comp for this fight. No, we didn't have a good Windwalker, but we had a everything else that we needed. We had good CCs, we had good knockbacks, we had good legendary or good grips. Yeah, if you don't have the ability to interrupt or get those mobs together, that's going to be a very difficult fight. I'm actually not even sure how you would do it. I guess you would have to have a bunch of people running around knocking them back or something. Knocking them into the middle. Is Cop the Windwalker, yes. Cop plays Monk. I mean, we do have A-bomb limb, but it's my character, and they don't want me swapping from BM. Well, they're... let me know how that goes, I guess, one way or the other. I'm interested to hear how you kill that boss without any type of grip. You have 0 Death Knights, is that what you're saying? Can we fucking interrupt, please? Can I not be the only person who tries to do anything other than DPS in any key that I do? God, man. We have 2 and they are both bent here. Oh. Now you're fine. Should be fine. Single grips are all you need. They don't even need the legendary. We basically never even, like... We really never did that very well. Until this week. All of a sudden we started doing it very well. This week we started doing it very well, but even on our kill we didn't do a very good job of gripping the mobs. I feel you. When we were progging Council in Nathria, I had like 80 kicks after 10 attempts. Next highest was 22. Council? Oh, you're kicking on Council. But yeah, the problem is mostly 5-mans. Oh, you still need 11%? Yeah. Should be good now. That was quite funny though. Yeah, alright. You guys are not getting... I'm done carrying groups. I really am. People can't even fucking interrupt a single cast on a pack, and I'm just done. You don't deserve my help. It's all the way down there. Get the pack too. Interrupting is for suckers. At least to see what Brandon and Sign are doing. What's up?
Beware.
Sunner, no, Hunters. Sign's a rogue.
Beware.
So these people did 1 not kick the Withering Discharge and 2 pulled the small ones. Well, that's pretty unlikely to aggro, to not aggro this pack, honestly. That's just bad positioning for the mob. It's not. Again, that was another one of those tricks that the Trinket helped a lot with. It shouldn't be difficult, but when the mob's all the way down there, it's likely to aggro. Hello, Ed. Welcome. I don't even know what that was, to be honest. 31,000 melee from the boss? What? No idea. I have no idea what that was. I just got melee for 31,000. I don't know if that's normal or not. Probably had some debuff on me or something. Okay, theater 21, another disband. Shaman, Bombkin, Hunter, Monk. Let's take a look at what actually just happened there. Because I have no idea. Must somehow, I don't know what that was, honestly. It was just straight up melee, he just one-shot me. Must have been really low. You had 10 stacks of what? What is this? I don't even know what this is. This is something that makes me have less health, right? Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I have 45k health right now. If only we had a way to get rid of a disease. Hey, Matt, thanks for stopping by. See you later. If only there was a way to get rid of a disease. Does anybody know of a way? Maybe this guy who suggested we should go boss knows of a way. They should really give a monk a disease removal or something. Yeah. Yeah, he actually just one-shots me. It's pretty nuts. You could wish it away. Where do these stacks even come from? I don't even know what mob this is. It's the small mobs? I just don't know where the stacks even come from. Decaying filth is the answer, I guess. This is how typically benign this is to me. I don't even know. I literally didn't know it even existed. This is the debuff I'm always worried about. I guess it's decaying filth, right? Decaying Blight. Yeah, that's it. Inflicts plague damage and reduces their max health. Yeah, okay. So how do I still have stacks on it from these mobs? Oh, Decaying Strike. Oh, wow. How about you see? I literally didn't even know that was existing. Did not even... That's actually interesting. Yeah, even with 11 stacks, I still didn't even know I was in danger. I mean, I had Vamp Blood, too. I just didn't... And they lusted, too. Yeah. What the fuck? I couldn't possibly know anything about anything other than my DPS roll. God forbid I actually dispel somebody. Like, that doesn't even look like a problem. I got melee for 50k, that's it. Shouldn't even take me to half health. Alright. I'm sorry, I hate to say it, guys, but it's a complete waste of time, so. I don't know what's going on in keys. I hope this gets better, because I don't want to not do keys. I do have some good, some ideas that I would like to explore. It's taking me a while to set them up, but they will be set up soon. And when they are set up, we'll have a lot more to do besides just keys every week. But yeah, as of right now, this just feels, I don't know what's happening in this game right now. I don't really understand it. You know, people talk about people quitting or other games. It doesn't make any sense. None of that is relevant to this. This is just bad players. Like, there's not a lack of players. There's just bad players, and it's, I don't know what to do at this point. So we're gonna be done for the day. I might stream the raid though tonight if we actually do have the capability of raiding. So we'll see. I'm not sure about that because I do want to watch the Yankees game. But now that they won yesterday, I guess we could stream the raid. It would be nice to have progression recorded one way or the other. So, John, in your opinion, for Mythic Plus, would you go for Aegis or Defense Matrix? I use both. Yeah. What's your other trinket? See, this is just a worse version of this, but I use this and the Aegis. I'll wait till you respawn, John, but let me know. I would use both. Not sure what your other trinket is, but I like one active trinket that's going to give me another defensive CD, and then one passive trinket that's going to overall increase my abilities. Oh, scale? Yeah, I would never use both active trinkets. So if you're using scale, then yeah, use the defense matrix. Scale is good. Scale is like a better offensive version, but a weaker defensive version. So if you need more defense, you switch out scale for Aegis. And if you need more offense, you can switch out scale. You can use scale. But I always keep this on no matter what. It's basically the same trinket as this. It just gives stamina instead of strength, so... If you're not in a mindset where you feel like stamina is helping you a lot, then yeah, certainly go for that. Does that answer your question? If so, I'm going to end the stream. If not, feel free to ask another question and I will try to answer it. Did we even we got 2 keys done? Yeah. No. Probably won't be getting 10 keys done this week. We'll see. I don't know what's going on this week. Hopefully we can start actually getting good players in groups so we can upgrade keys, but should be no problem with this week. Cool, thanks. All right, see you guys. We'll see you maybe tonight. If not, definitely Friday. I have a big video coming tomorrow, or a relatively interesting video, so hope to see you guys in the comments. When I get home, we'll be reading them all. And otherwise, we'll be back Friday. So thanks for watching.